for regulators of different types to recognize that digitization of the plumbing and other aspects of our financial system, including payment transfers, etc., it is coming. The what I'll say, just the natural economic forces that it unleashes, taking fat out of the system, for lack of a better term, it's happening. Now we have to recognize that that's happening, recognize our mission, safety and soundness, investor protection, fair markets, and ensure that as that digitization takes place, we're being true to those principles. But we should not be fighting that digitization, because if we fight it, it will go around us.
Well, thank you. That mirrors my feelings on it, and I assume that when you say it is coming,
I'm sorry, Senator, it's here.
All right, everybody, welcome back for another one. And I wanted to start this video off with that clip from Jay Clayton talking about how the digitization of the plumbing, for lack of a better term, is coming, right? It's already here. And we don't want to stifle innovation. We must benefit it, because if not, it will go around us, right? Quote from the man who's supposedly behind the scenes trying to sabotage XRP, right? He wants it to go away because no way it would go around him, right? SEC controls everything. They can step on it and it will no longer exist. Or maybe this is all part of the show. I think it's option B. All right. And I'm going to make the case right now for you guys. I wanted to make another XRP video because I'm getting so many people texting me worried about this situation. All right. You got to know what you own, or, just get out now, basically. All right. So some of you might have already seen this, but I'm going to talk about it some more anyway, because I'm going to give my take. All right. So on August 20th in 2018, Jay Clayton, the man behind the plan, had a meeting with Ripple, including Brad Garlinghouse and CEO David Schwartz. Brad Garlinghouse, the CEO, and David Schwartz, the Chief Technology Officer of Ripple, right? Who else was there? John Roscoe, the Special Assistant to the President of the White House of Presidential Personnel, okay? So do you think that these people, do you think Jay Clayton and John Roscoe, the Special Assistant to the President, took an hour out of their very important day to talk about how Ripple was selling unregistered securities? Or do you think that they might have set some time aside to discuss how they were restructuring the plumbing of the financial system, and how, what their plans might be for XRP to kind of be this global reserve asset? Once again, I think it's option B, right? Because people like this don't sit down to talk about a Silicon Valley startup potentially selling unregistered securities. They sit down to talk about how they are planning to continue to control the global money, whatever it is, whether it's the dollar or it's XRP or it's Stellar or this or that. They're always making a plan behind the scenes, and they tell the peasants misleading information to make them get rid of their XRP. That's what I think. Right? So I wanted to run through this with you guys. Who else has he met with? All right. At August 16th, he had a phone call with President Donald Trump. He met with Charles Schwab, Jeff Brown, Senior Vice President, and Christopher Gilkerson, Senior Vice President. Right? Who else did he meet with? Senator Heidi Heitkamp. Met with Larry Kudlow, the Director of National Economic Council. What else we got here? Oh, Joseph Otting, the Comptroller of the Currency, now replaced by Brian Brooks, who has said regulatory clarity is on the way, 6 to 8 weeks, and he said that 5 weeks ago or 4 weeks ago at this point. All right, who else did Jay Clayton meet with in the month of August in 2018? He met with Robert Cook, the president of Financial Industry Regulatory Authority. Met with Steve Mnuchin, the secretary of the U.S. Department of Treasury. He met with Heath Tarbert, assistant secretary for international markets and investment policy. Who else? Oh, Robert Ophuly, Chairman, French Financial Markets Regulator. Felix Hufeld, President, German Federal Financial Supervisory Authority. Randy Quarles, Vice Chairman for Supervision at the Federal Reserve Board. Okay. Marcelo Barbosa, Chairman, Brazilian Securities and Exchange Commission. The Brazilian Ministry of Finance, Superintendent of Financial Institutions, Canada. Okay, you get it, right? My point being that they only meet with people that matter, right? Why would he waste his time to sit down and talk with Ripple and the special assistant to the president about anything other than Ripple's position and XRP's position within the new plumbing of the financial system coming, right? That's how I see it. And David Schwartz right here, let me play you a quick clip from him talking about the same thing.
So we kind of found ourselves in this situation where if we wanted institutions to settle their international payments with a digital asset, we first had to rebuild the payment messaging, sort of the plumbing. And we discovered something interesting on the way. What we discovered was that the existing plumbing was so bad, I mean, it dates back to batch computing days, that just improving that messaging was a product. That was something that banks and non-bank financial institutions would be interested in. And so we focused on building a top-notch payment network that can settle with a digital asset.
As you can see, David Schwartz has always referred to what they're doing as rebuilding the plumbing. Just like Jay Clayton, do you think he just made up those terms, or do you think that this is exactly what they talked about and what is coming and what is imminent, the innovation that they don't want to stifle, right? Who else has called what they're building the plumbing? Brad Garlinghouse, when he was speaking at the Economic Club of New York, a place that only prestigious people get to speak at. You've had Trump there once again. You've had Jeff Bezos. I mean, you name it, big name people speak at the Economic Club of New York, not Silicon Valley startup CEOs that are selling unregistered securities. Right? But when he was there, he said, in some ways, we are plumbers. Like we're enabling a much more efficient plumbing. Right? Plumbing. Jay Clayton calls it plumbing. David Schwartz calls it plumbing. Brad Garlinghouse calls it plumbing. Jay Clayton, in that presentation, was speaking specifically about Ripple without saying the name. All right. Just wanted to make a few points on this XRP. If you guys are scared, you really don't know what you own. Simple as that. Right now is just yet again another buying opportunity. The technicals for XRP looked great. XRP was about to explode. It was about to break out again, up over $1. It would have probably kept running and made new highs. I think that this was a play, essentially, to beat the price down once again and accumulate more, all right, for all the top accounts. So I'm sure you guys might have seen this going around as well. But over the past few months, you can see that the 0.01% top of accounts has been accumulating, whereas everybody else has been downtrending. People have been dumping their XRP, and the top has been buying it up. All right. That about wraps it up. Once again, as always, please like and subscribe, share with your friends and family, and stay tuned for the next one. Thanks.
What is a cashless society? What does it actually mean in a literal or high-level sense?
Money will become like these, relics of a different age, and will only be found in places like this. In other words, hard cash will disappear. It will become electronic, transferred by things like these.
Then Tracy is in Beijing to show us what a nearly cashless society actually looks like. Ben, good morning.
Mobile payment transactions in China reached a cumulative total of 277.4 trillion RMB in 2018, ranking #1 in the world, according to the recently released statistical report on internet development in China. As of June 2019, online payment users in the country reached 633 million. The cashless society is now approaching.
When's the last time you paid with cash? Well, chances are cash has taken a backseat to the plastic in your wallet and smartphone pay apps.
Denver 7's Ryan Luby explains the digital pay revolution and why not everyone is on board.
The cashless society. The cashless society.
The cashless society.
The cashless society is now approaching.
The cashless society.